And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. The Watchers Podcast, WATCHERZ, episode 68. God damn it.
Just making sure you knew what episode it was.
I'm Tavon, Tri-State _tip on Instagram to my left.
Tiger Helly 19, Snapchat's IGZ, government by way of Facebook, Jason William Follow the Stripes.
To his left.
Smitty Green Giant on Instagram.
Across from him.
Smitty with 365 on Instagram.
And to his left.
Corey J on Instagram.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
How's everybody's week?
My week wasn't bad.
They made me work.
Same here.
Productive.
Okay. We got quite a bit of a list to talk about, but we're going to try to skim through this pretty quick. We don't got to spend too much time on really anything, but if y'all got some things you want to talk about first, let me know. If not, I say let's start with movies.
All right.
Y'all good with that?
Yeah.
Sure.
We Gucci.
All right.
Why not?
We are Gucci.
Most recent news I seen. Let me say this right.
Giancarlo.
What's his first name?
Gian.
Oh, what's the last name?
Esposito.
Esposito. Okay.
I ain't get to that.
All right. I also was John Carlo, and I automatically assumed that was his last name.
I couldn't think of his last name when I was putting it in the notes.
Esposito. He's been in talks with Marvel for quite some time. First wanted to be Professor X? Magneto?
Mm-hmm.
What did he say he wanted to do?
I think it was Magneto.
He said him.
Professor.
No, he
it's
wanted
Professor
Professor
X.
X. He wanted
X.
to be Professor X.
But he wanted him to walk, I think.
Not even, but it was him. He wanted him and Denzel Washington to be opposite of each other in the X-Men movie. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Professor X. Seems like he has gotten a role. Pictures came out. I have no idea who it is.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm lost on that one.
They just described him as somebody who's an agent of chaos, whatever that means. But he's like in some military gear, it looks like, but not full military. But I can tell you who he is.
I think it's a smokescreen. I think he's playing something else. They're just putting that out there, but I don't know.
What he said is that they're also going to have a series with him in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you who that is. My guess is somebody related to X-Men, being like Stryker or Gyrick or one of them pro-Sentinel, not military.
What is the guy's name? His name was Guy, right? The one that had the glasses on during the show?
Yeah.
I think that's it.
He said it was a character that was not mentioned before. That's what I was.
Yeah, it's something weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know I hope it's not somebody that they just created for him, because that's going to be kind of trash. But
wasting his talent.
Yeah.
It might be X-Men adjacent.
So, any thoughts, any comments, any concerns about Giancarlo Esposito? I want to make sure I keep saying it.
Just the still pictures of it. I mean, I still think it's a smokescreen. I think he's playing something else altogether.
Well, it looks like he's going to get debuted in
Captain America.
The Captain America Bold New World?
Yeah, Brave New World.
Brave New World movie, so we'll see. Which keep getting reshoots.
It's like a month, I think.
22 days.
Oh, it's 22 days.
Well, they said that those movies already had those, lined up anyway.
Yeah.
But I heard some
So
stuff
we'll talk
it,
about the other movie in a minute, but I don't know if this is a good feeling that I'm getting about these reshoots. For one, apparently they had to change Brave New World a lot because, no, that's Thunderbolts. I'm mixing them up. Which one had Seth Rollins in it?
That one.
It was this one, right? So yeah, some people got cut out, and I think plots kind of got changed as well in both movies.
Yeah, they did a whole wraparound, I think, if I ain't mistaken. But I don't know.
It's not on the level of what's that? The Daredevil TV show of having to do everything.
Well, so in that case, I think that was done for a better reason. From what I heard about Daredevil, that original plot or whatever they were on was not tied into what's previously been done for Daredevil. The rewrites now are putting it in with the Netflix series
But it's
Like
its
it's
own
tying
thing.
things back to the Netflix series and the MCU. It's not just making a whole.
But it's its own thing.
I
Though.
hope it does not include what happened to him in She-Hulk.
I don't know.
I hope not.
Oh, man.
I hope that's done and over with.
Okay, I wouldn't be mad if it got cut out either.
that
so.
was bad. Man.
I didn't hate it.
I want him to be Sinister, but
Who?
I did want
Esposito.
Esposito to be Sinister
He'd have
as
been-
well.
I mean, if he would have been a bad, who knows? He
So
may
here it
be
is.
him.
Here it is. Henry Cavill was rumored to be talking to Marvel.
I thought he already was with him and signed and all
think-
that stuff.
What do y'all think of Henry Cavill now as Mr. Sinister?
I
So
like.
think of Mr. Sinister as his peak form, in shape.
I like it.
I think I like it.
I like it. I
At
do.
first, I wanted Esposito off the strength. He's a better villain actor, and I can see it. But if they're gonna go with somebody who has like the peak physicality portion as well,
I don't know.
I like.
you can't make him a superhero again.
I need to be sold more on.
Do you make him superhero again?
Yeah.
I feel like
And do what? He's gonna be compared to what he was doing as Superman.
Well,
you got to make
if
him a
you
villain.
make him a Superman, it's character, of course. But
But what
I
else
don't
do you
want
give
him.
him?
I don't know.
What else do you get? You ain't
I
giving him
don't know.
Cyclops. He's too old.
I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta show his face.
Yeah, it has to be something where he's not wearing a mask.
He
Or
got to
you ain't
be a
gonna sell
villain.
No tickets.
He got to be a villain.
He
I don't
should have
think
been
he's
my
selling
I,
tickets.
I like it because it's something different for him.
I don't know.
I would like.
I need more selling on it.
To me, he got to be a villain. You can't make him a.
I need a little more.
Because every character that you'll name him on, he's either going to be heavily CGI influenced or he's going to be wearing a mask. So I mean, Sinister's perfect for him. I mean,
I think he already Sinister.
he's big.
He can even keep his accent, whatever his natural accent is.
He's big as hell. I mean, you don't want him if he's playing Wolverine. I mean, that would be the obvious thing. I mean, because he's big like that. But I'm kind of with you. I would like to see him play. I like to see him play a villain because he played good. Now I don't want to see him play a bad guy, but he was good in Mission Impossible as a villain. So I'm not opposed to seeing it though.
I'm saying, Brian. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
All right.
I just need more. I need more intel.
Okay.
I ain't convinced. Not Mr. Sinister. If you told me Apocalypse, then I'd be like, okay, maybe. But I need more convincing on.
It's gonna be The Rock.
Yeah.
Because I ain't never
The
seen.
Rock gonna be
I ain't-
Apocalypse.
Has Mr. Sinister been known as someone to throw punches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ain't. I ain't never seen
Well,
him throw
see,
punches.
so he usually is not the one himself to get into the fight. He usually
do you hire
has.
Henry Cavill
He's
not to
a
fight in the film?
puppeteer.
He's the puppet. Yeah, he's the one behind things. But at the end of the day, there has been times where he has gotten into it with Wolverine. It's like that's when they all figured out, oh shit, only the person that could hurt him is Cyclops
Because he was tearing their asses.
because he
up.
was whooping everybody else's ass.
I don't know if I signed him up for that.
So him and then boy from Maverick, Glenn Powell as Cyclops.
Well, we know Glenn Powell ain't doing it because he already told him no superheroes for me unless it's bad.
Yeah, until that check come over. Then
Well,
he
he write his own checks though.
All right, he ain't top 10.
But he producing his own material.
Okay, but when he see that
So-
Marvel check come over, he gonna say different because
I don't know.
he said he didn't want to do comic book movies, and then he was like, "Well, what I would do is."
He did do that movie with what's her name, and it made all that money.
Sydney.
So he know that he got a lane he can
Oh,
go through.
Speaking of,
on
she
his
has a
Channing-
movie
on his
coming
Channing
out
Tatum.
with my. So I'm about to get in trouble. Here we go. Hierarchy for me.
Mm-hmm.
Selma Hayek. Selma Hayek is God tier. Okay. After that tier, did y'all see that movie with Knock Knock? I think it's called Knock Knock with Keanu Reeves.
Oh, Ana de Armas. or whatever it is.
Armas.
Yeah.
She ain't a god tier, but she demigod.
She cute. And she
But-
got range too.
Who are
though.
we talking about here?
Who? Yeah. What we got?
Google Ana de Armas. She was in
She's in
The
that
James
ballerina
Bond.
movie now.
she was in the last James Bond movie. She's gonna be in the ballerina movie. She did a couple things. You noticed her
Knives
from
Out.
something. Knives
The
Out.
first
The first
Knives
one.
Out.
She was like the main
The main character. She was the
character
main
in Knives
character.
Out.
Names being linked to Catwoman, I think.
So her and Sydney
Oh,
Sweeney
you talking
and
about the Spanish girl that
Yeah.
was,
Mhm.
they
and
thought was the one that killed.
yeah. Her, Sydney Sweeney, and one other chick got a movie coming out, and I meant to tell Jason not to go to XD Theater to go see that because something else gonna hit his face. It ain't water.
Wow.
The views and expressions.
Do not go to XD to
Oh,
go
yeah, I
see
remember her
that.
from.
Yeah.
Oh my
her name.
God.
Yeah, she was the nurse.
Yep.
That person,
But either way, why did I get on that
Yeah.
topic?
Why did you go there?
He don't know.
Because we were talking
What
about
were we
Henry
talking
Cavill, and then you just said
It's-
some
once-
highest guys here.
Once he said something.
No, because I brought up
off the-
Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, he brought up Sydney Sweeney. Then I had to let everybody know that Sydney Sweeney and her having a movie together. And it's a third chick. I can't remember who it is.
Okay.
But just be careful, Jason. Just be careful.
But,
What's the movie called?
I don't know yet.
Damn it.
But I don't want you to say you went to go see it in XD.
I'm gonna look it up.
oh my God.
All right. So speaking of another movie that got reshoots, Blade is in.
That
They
is
still making that?
I have no idea what's going on with it. Some of y'all tell me what's going on with it, but I know they got another reshoot
Nah, they haven't even started.
or
filming.
rewrite or some shit.
Vanessa.
I saw the
Kirby.
Vanessa Kirby. Yes, she's the third one in it. But sorry, I heard that the budget got announced. The budget don't seem high to me.
No. It's so much going on with it right now. It's the budget, the actor.
They said it's going to be a serious take.
They wanted, yeah, like I said, they want to do a serious take on it, but they said the budget got slashed because they don't know, because they're not seeing. It's I'll put it like this: it's a lot of red flags going on with it because they didn't have like 9, possibly 20 writers that they came in and out on it, and it's just been like some crazy rumors saying that he was in the movie, but he's not a part of the movie.
Who's that?
Blade.
Blade.
There was,
What the
I
fuck?
guess they were going to introduce something like with his daughter in the comic book or something like
No, we could just go ahead and skip
that. That
Um,
right there was done, and it's
So, if
it's bad, man.
Mahershala Ali decides to walk. Is that movie scrapped, or can we get somebody else to replace that?
I think they scrap it.
So, are we not accounting that he already played a character in MCU? I forgot he did.
Yeah,
He played Cottonmouth.
He caught him.
Cage. Yeah.
I think. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think Marvel will do it just to save face, but this is not looking good. I mean, so many reshoots. I mean, they haven't even reshot the movie yet. The lead actor just walked off the movie. He just signed on to do
Another movie.
Jurassic Park right
Oh,
now.
Jurassic Park.
And it's not looking good for it right now. I hope they do it. I would love to see another incarnation of Blade.
Yeah.
But
I think when they come to all these new people that you want to introduce, you have to show them, especially for the introduction. You got to show them doing, or you got to show what they were doing while all the other stuff in the MCU was going on.
Does he need an introduction movie?
I
Blade?
think for this, I think they can shoehorn. He gonna need something, but it doesn't need to be drug out all the way through. But
Where was he doing all this stuff that's been happening in the MCU? All these new people, where they been?
So I think X-Men and Fantastic Four will have their shoe in through one movie that will explain them.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're necessarily going to go that route for
Blade?
Blade and whoever else is still under the umbrella of Marvel but hasn't been introduced.
Because they kind of did it with Kate Bishop in the Hawkeye series.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they basically showed that, she was a kid
Yeah.
and then she grew up and she still idolized Hawkeye,
Mm-hmm.
through all the time that, he was out doing his thing.
Yeah.
Who else was there? Oh, we know that during that time, Kingpin was running the streets, and he rose to power because basically Spider-Man wasn't around to protect the street.
Mm-hmm.
And people that knew who he was, they didn't feel as though he was a major threat at the time, so they let him be, and now he is a problem. So you got those things going on.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you show where was Blade at during all that?
Maybe you just say he got blipped.
But even what about before the blip? Because there were still shenanigans going on before that.
Yeah, but
he had about what?
He's also
10
still
movies prior?
he's still
More
also
than 10?
not a villain hero. He's a vampire hunter, so they can say he been in the shadow, like whatever the
I
case
think
is.
Vampires.
Hunting vampires. He ain't concerned about fighting world killers. He over here
Well,
trying to fight.
in kind of Marvel's defense, they did get some of the rights back to some of these characters. So
late in the game.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
And I get it. I
I'm
get it.
giving them somewhat the benefit of the doubt on it, but at the same time, it's going to be a hard sell. I think to me, the harder sell is going to be the X-Men though, because they have not.
I think that's going to be as long as the casting's good
For what?
for X-Men.
Oh yeah.
As long as two things, the casting and whoever writes it.
And that's getting some red flags right now.
Again,
because who they
so
hired.
they announced the writer of X-Men? No.
Yeah.
Of X-Men?
Yeah.
Or was that Fantastic?
They got
the
right.
guy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I can't.
Mike something did the Hunger Games spinoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot
So-
of people aren't really like sold on him right now.
That's just because everybody's
That's
coming off
about
of
that
X-Men
car-
97, right?
cartoon.
And so, again, he has big shoes to compare against now because of this show,
Yeah.
which I'm hoping everybody at Disney is saying, like, oh, we got a hit here, and we kind of understand, what it is that they're looking for. Let's make sure we keep up with that, right?
But that guy's Hunger Games movie wasn't bad.
No, and he doesn't have bad. Like, he has some decent movies
What
under
else
his
did he
belt.
do? I'm not
did-
too familiar with him.
He
Huh?
did one. I forgot what it was though, but I know it wasn't received well. I know he did the Hunger Games. He did something else. Lord, I forgot his name though. But he's definitely somebody that I'll put it like this: whoever is writing the X-Men movie really needs to look at that cartoon series and make it a team show, not just focus on Wolverine's past.
Michael
It's a start with a C, right?
Leslie.
Oh, Leslie. Well, I know he did Hunger Games, and he did something else that I know some people were saying that they had red flags in.
But yeah. So go back to Blade real quick while I'm trying to look at his
Well, Blade, whew, like I said, it's so much stuff going on with it. I mean, you got bad writing, you got the lead actor not sold on the whole project now. He's talking about quitting.
For me, I think it's him. I think
He's the problem?
Yeah,
How so?
He's too old.
I agree with that. I think he's too
told
old.
Brian when they first cast him.
I think he's too old to play Blade, and there's no way that you've gone through this many people, these many writers and directors, where you don't start looking at something else that has to be the problem. It can't always be the story is bad.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I'm like kept saying, is I think one thing Mahershala Ali is too old, and they're probably writing stuff for him that's like more suited for a younger actor.
Yeah.
And he's probably like, oh, well, I don't see myself doing that. I can see myself doing this instead. Or he probably wants to more so sit and look cool opposed to doing, what people want to see, like they got from Wesley all them years ago.
Yeah. And I wouldn't put that past him as well. But if they're also putting out some trash movie and he wants it to be a hit, so it's not a one and done thing, like I can also see that as well.
All right.
Me too. I don't doubt that neither, but I just don't think you can't. It can't be everybody. Can't be wrong.
I got you.
And then you're you're the same. Because if that's true, then you write it.
Yeah.
If you know what's best for it, then you do it.
I got you. So he also did Macbeth. He did
The Denzel.
No, the one in 2015 with Fassbender.
Oh, okay.
Now You See Me 3, Assassin's Creed.
That's what it was.
Hold up. There's a Now You See Me 3? For real?
I thought they didn't do that yet.
What?
No, he did.
It didn't get made yet.
Okay.
They
Okay.
did two.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's not out.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm looking.
All right. I'm
Okay,
about
yeah,
to have
yeah.
an issue. I'm about to have an issue.
You said, I
like
Oh,
one
yeah,
and two.
I'm thinking of the second one in my head. I'm
Okay.
thinking of the second one, but now I'm looking at it. They're looking at the potential
Don't do that
cast.
to me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my bad. No, the third one isn't out yet, but he wrote it, so
I never seen the first two.
not bad movies.
Yeah,
I liked them.
I like them.
I heard everyone complain about the ending of the first one. So I never even dialed in.
I didn't have an issue with the end of the first one. I like when you get into the second one.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like
Well,
They're both all right.
speaking of writers,
Mm-hmm.
Green Lantern series. gets the writer of The Watchmen from HBO, which was a good series.
I still ain't watched it.
Yeah,
I
it's
still ain't seen it.
it's good.
And I guess he's helped write Lost.
Yeah, he was the co-creator of Lost.
Okay.
Oh well, shit. They in good hands then.
But I saw a comment from who's the runner over there? My boy, James Gunn. Talk about Green Lantern, and he wants it to be like True Detective. He doesn't want it to be what everybody expects it, like just some cosmic.
Apparently, it's some money getting.
But it's
they're
going to
putting
be
some
a
real.
detective based.
It's supposed to be leading into.
I think I like it. Y'all always said they space cops, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And so now y'all don't want them to be detectives. Y'all just want them to be out there free.
well, because technically, I mean, the
They gotta figure out-
Well, the lanterns are technically they are space police.
But
I mean, if you read the comic lore, yes, that's what they are.
it will be the first time we ever seen that kind of interpretation of it.
That's why I'm feeling.
Like it wasn't that wasn't on the cartoon. That wasn't in the Ryan Reynolds Joan, which probably no one's seen.
Let's be real. What's the whole lore of the lanterns? What are they using?
They're basically
ring.
the ring.
To do shit with, right?
Yeah.
Basically,
I don't want to see you in the office doing paperwork and looking at pictures and video.
Trying to put it
And a
together.
lineup, like, you got aliens in the lineup. Is it number 2? Is it number 2? Like, what is that? Come on, man. Y'all, they try to do
No,
too much.
okay.
Just making the lantern.
What season of True Detective? Isn't
I think it's just
season
more of the
different?
principle
That's-
that it's going to be like an investigative portion. It's like it's not just going to be a series following some guy doing like just random shit. There's
Okay.
going to be a detective
Which Green
aspect.
Lantern?
it's supposed to be John Stewart, and
I think it's multiple.
it's
I don't know
supposed
who's the
I know
the main
they said
star,
John
but it's
Stewart.
multiple Green
I know
Lantern.
John Stewart is
Okay.
one of the big guys in it.
So what is their stories? Like you gotta stay true to that story. You're already gonna get hounded. Oh, they not staying true to the story. I ain't gonna watch it because he already against the wall, being that it's DC.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
I think I think the guys who are involved in it are the right people that should be doing it, because you got the guy who did the Watchmen. He knows the stuff. They went and brought in a writer who was doing some of the current comics, so he kind of knows what characters to use and what not characters to use. And James Gunn is a comic fan as well, so yeah, it's a win-win thing. Hopefully, but we'll see where it goes. I'd like the idea that it's going to be a detective.
I think I like it too.
Because
I like-
at the essence of it, that's what the Green Lanterns are. They're literally they're space cops.
Just like in Henry Cavill theory, I need more convincing.
Okay.
I'm just saying this because because I read them still.
The only reason going back to the Henry Cavill thing is I just don't see you giving him another superhero when everybody sees him as Superman.
Don't give him a character that got to wear a cape. I don't know. It's a hard sell for me to say that you can bring him in and be the villain. I mean, I know he was good in Mission Impossible, like he said, but I don't know. It's a hard sell.
Yeah.
It's a hard sell for me.
First off,
Who would you want to see him
first
play?
off, he should have been Adam
don't
Warlock
know.
to begin with. Number one.
Which would have been a parody of the character. Sorry, not Adam Warlock. I'm thinking of Century. Sorry. Well, Adam Warlock.
Adam Warlock or Sentry.
I don't want to see him playing another super.
Like, I would have been okay with Century off the strength that,
He's Superman, basically.
yeah.
He got an S on his suit and everything.
And
speaking
Marvel
of-
is being, petty, saying, all right, y'all want Superman? Here goes Superman.
But you heard what they're doing with him in the Thunderbolts, though. They're depowering him to a degree.
Well, I don't know what's going on with Thunderbolts at the moment because what's his name is no longer a part of that movie.
Who?
The guy who's supposed to play Sentry.
Oh, the new guy.
Steven
Steven
Yeun?
Young.
Oh, it's another
Well,
guy.
yeah, it's what's the name?
It's
is
another
playing?
guy playing him now.
They cast another?
Yeah, they've been casting him.
They're filming it now.
Yeah, that's done. Yeah, that's all taken care of.
Somebody who whenever
I
get a
put it in
chance-
the group chat
Let me-
long
okay.
time ago.
They
What's his name? The boy from
I cannot.
Louis Pullman.
I think that's his name.
Yeah, Lucas Pullman, whatever his name is.
He said
know
that.
that.
Yeah, they casted him, but they lowered his power level down so it'll fit the fight for them. Because he in the fight book he'll just go like that and the fight will be over with.
Maverick and the new Maverick movie. he is he's homegirl's co-pilot in the new Maverick with Top
The
Gun.
black dude?
No,
No, it's white.
he's a white dude.
White dude.
He's the guy that played the president in Independence Day's son.
I gotta watch this.
No.
I'll Google it after. But
Well, all right. Oh, he was in The Strangers, The Prey. Did you see that one?
Strangers,
The second Strangers movie?
nah.
I don't know.
He old?
No, he's young. He played a son in that.
Oh, okay.
But past them, I don't know what to tell you. He's,
Yeah,
like you said,
they
you
must have
to
got a
Google it.
better salary for him.
Yeah, you might have to, or cheaper salary.
That's what I'm saying.
It's Steven Yeun.
They
and
got him a little bit cheaper.
Steven Yeun is a
I'm
two-time
trying to find the name of that.
Oscar winner. Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth. Let's talk about superheroes. Chris Hemsworth,
What do you want to do with him? The G.I.
rumored
Joe
to be
or
in
4-5?
GI Joe. How do y'all feel about this GI Joe Transformer combination movie? Is that something y'all looking forward to?
They can't.
Is that something in the comic books?
Yeah,
Did that?
Yeah, it happened.
What like is
it's a
Bumblebee going and then
They have comic book covers
Snake
where
Eyes.
Snake Eyes
Optimus
gonna jump out?
Prime and Snake Eyes is on his shoulder.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut y'all off, but the guy's name he is Louis James Pullman.
Yeah, that's Louis Pullman playing Sentry.
Yeah.
But with G.I. Joe and them, I mean, there really has
That's-
only been one Transformers movie, and then there's never been a really good G.I. Joe movie, so might as well. Why not?
I think
It's-
I might be wrong, and it might be a good movie, good action movie. I don't think I need it though. I don't think I need
So you wouldn't rather see anything from either world again?
I would. Probably not G.I. Joe.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not something wrong. They're not doing it right.
They ain't did G.I. Joe right in 3 movies.
They're not it
Has there
doesn't
been 3 G.I. Joe movies?
Yeah.
it's Snake Eyes movie.
Well,
It's the third
it's a
one.
part of it. That was supposed to have been the reboot of
I've
it.
never seen
I didn't
that.
see Snake Eyes.
Me either.
It was
You saw
I wasn't
You know
feeling
what's
Put
crazy?
me sleep.
You know I was about to say that's his real dad.
Who's real dad?
Cause they look just alike.
it. Bill
What
Pullman,
happened?
Louis Pullman.
I'm
Yeah,
back
that's-
on the Louis Pullman thing.
Oh, yeah,
This-
yeah, that is
remember-
his dad. Yeah,
Motherfucking
the president.
the president in Independence Day, like he said, that's his real life son.
Oh, sure.
That
They
nigga
look
look just like him.
Yeah, just long hair and just skinnier.
I was about to say, yo, don't he look like the? And then I saw the picture. I was like, oh shit, that is. But yeah, sorry. He was in Maverick.
yeah,
He was like the third other boy.
yeah, he was a
As a group.
co-pilot. He was because remember
uh,
that when he picked the group, the ones that he wanted to fly behind him, he was with homegirl.
Oh
I
yeah.
remember the chick. So he was in the same.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But you know what? They don't show his face a lot when he don't have his helmet on, so that's probably why
Probably.
why you didn't recognize him. Because
He was the shortest one, though.
true.
That's why I remember who he was. And he was,
They-
what's his name?
Didn't his
Not
character
Ice-
get hurt? Didn't he get hurt in that movie?
Yeah.
Like something happened to
Back.
him.
He got hurt for real, didn't he?
No, I'm talking about
Oh.
in the movie.
Oh, in the movie.
He got hurt. The other boy passed out when they went up too high,
Yeah.
and then he got hurt trying to eject or something like that. I can't.
He hit his
Okay.
head on,
Yeah.
Okay.
on the glass.
Back to
That's been a top 10 movie of the century.
Maverick's a good answer.
top 10.
Yeah.
Ooh, we can have that conversation. Not this today, but we can have that
I said
conversation.
top 10 movie of this century.
So of two
to the 20
to
2020
and
going. Yeah.
you might be right on that.
Yeah, that's top 10.
Because I have it.
We only got 4 years worth of content, so he might be all right with that one.
But I have it up there with movies that have a long gap between the sequel, between the
yeah.
original and the sequel.
Yeah.
Tron's up there too.
What they call
That
it
was
now?
really good, man.
Yeah. the
So
second-
no, you
second
said
Tron.
century. You didn't even say decade.
No. I'm talking about the movies that they it's legacy remakes.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with him on that. It's the best legacy remake.
Of what? So
Of
which one?
Movies, Top Gun.
Top
Maverick.
Gun. Oh, okay.
Like yeah, like and
It's the
direct sequels that are like over 20, 25,
Yeah.
30
Not
years
Doom.
later.
Not Doom.
It's not a sequel. It's a remake.
Yeah, I think Doom's a complete remake.
Dune is a remake.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Which
now.
I still
Oh,
think
a
over-
sequel.
saying legacy
Sequel.
sequel.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, these
okay.
are direct
Okay.
sequels.
Okay.
That
Got you.
you got that. You got Scream. You got what else?
Ghostbusters. Not the
Yeah,
last one, but the other
Ghostbusters.
one.
Oh yeah, Ghostbusters is a sequel.
I'm trying to think of other Jones. I think that's the only one I can think of right now.
Terminator.
You gonna remember some later.
They nah.
I said Ghostbusters.
Not the last one, but the one before
Afterlife
it was good.
dope. I like
Afterlife was
Afterlife
good.
was
I
really
like
I don't even
Afterlife.
remember the other one.
You know what?
No.
Frozen Empire wasn't good.
Frozen Empire. that's
Frozen
the
Empire
song.
wasn't
the one
good.
with Paul Rudd.
The first one with Paul
They
Rudd
won
is
for
a
one of them.
sequel. Is a sequel to the second one
Yeah.
for the
So
90s.
it's been 3 Ghostbusters.
It's
Yeah.
been 2
We all together.
Well, yeah.
Technically 3.
Technically.
That's what I seen was when I was little.
I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to talk about the.
Yeah, I don't even know why he talking right now.
It was the one with the chicks on it.
That was a good one, wasn't it?
What other movie news do we have?
So we were talking about Chris Hemsworth, talking about him possibly leading what the movie going for
Who's he gonna
Transformers.
play? Well, I guess Duke
don't-
by default.
Do it. Do we care? It's just it's Chris Hemsworth. He gonna have his shortcut. He gonna come in look like he was in what's the
Distraction.
Extraction, and then they gonna have Snake Eyes and GI Joe Transformers. Woo, 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 woo.
I don't mind it. Like if Chris Hemsworth played Duke, then we know it's gonna be somebody that actually wants to play it.
Yeah,
Because what's the boy?
I'm not-
Channing Tatum.
Yeah, he didn't want to play him.
I'm not saying it's not going to do numbers.
He didn't want to. He didn't want to be him.
It's going to be a summer
They
movie.
killed him off quick too.
I didn't like something. I don't know if that's why I didn't. It was just a weird.
The one
They have done
Both like the second
He
one,
didn't-
like the first one was okay. They was doing a little too because Marlon Wayans was in the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
He didn't even want to do the first one. He just had that the contract he signed. They
He had
forced him into doing those 2 movies, and he was like, "Can I die valiantly?" in the second one because he had just did Stop Loss and he had did another. What was that? Some other movie, a romantic movie he did where he was a Marine, and he was like, "Oh, you got me lined up
Was
to
it
do
Dear
was
John?
something." I
think
don't
it was
know.
Dear John.
Well, he
Don't
got
quote
mad with the studio because he's like, "You got me lined up to play soldiers in all these movies. I want to play something else." And they was like, "Oh no, but we want to push this film, and your face will help sell it." And he got mad about it, so he dialed in the performances.
They pretty much put him in any movie that they would have put John Cena in.
If John Cena was hitting in,
Yeah, it's like, yo, so we couldn't get John Cena, but we could get Channing Tatum.
well, they made up for that. Even Bumblebee. So,
Yeah, that Bumblebee was good. I think my only issue is I think I want to see a good GI Joe movie leading into this one
before
no.
You get
before you
this.
do the
Yeah.
compilation,
That makes
because
crossover.
we don't know
Because
what
the
to
last-
expect from the GI Joe.
Because the
side.
last 2 Transformers were really good.
Yeah.
Bumblebee was really good,
Yeah.
and Beast Wars was really good.
That was slept on though, man.
Which one?
So
It's panned though.
What?
The one that just came out with the Spanish boy,
that shit was
it was good.
That
They
might be
panned it.
one of my that might be my favorite. I don't know.
Wasn't it another one though in between that and Bumblebee?
Nah, they decided to do a soft reboot because the last few with Mark Wahlberg was just getting hammered.
Shit.
So they
There's
decided-
not one between the one with Haley Steinfeld and that one.
No.
For real? I could swear it was.
It was Bumblebee. Then
Nah,
Not
they
John-
they rebooted. They did a soft reboot with Bumblebee.
There wasn't one with dinosaurs in between that.
that was before
They
Bumblebee.
did it. The Age of Extinction.
Ages of Extinction got Grimlock and all that.
Okay, I thought that was.
but it
that
was-
was terrible.
okay.
And
So-
then probably the 3 before that too.
Yeah, it made money, but they was like, well, we're going off the course. So they kind of low key said, well, we're gonna
Reboot them all.
do like a soft reboot.
I've only saw the Transformers movies, all of them that's come out minus the Mark Wahlberg 2 once. So I don't know.
Yeah,
The Mark Wahlberg one, I just couldn't do it because
you can't sell me a Mark Wahlberg as a scientist. I just can't.
was he a scientist?
Yes, he's a scientist.
he
was
was
a
working.
car-
He was a car dude.
Car guy.
He was like a mechanic or something. He was working in a shop in his like backyard or something.
Yeah, and
Was
and-
he? I
Yeah,
swear he
and
was a
Prime was
scientist.
just sitting in the back. Was like scrap parts.
Yeah,
But
he was help like putting shit together.
I can't buy him as a mechanic either.
A plumber. Can you play John Moxley in the biopic?
Oh yeah, he's definitely John Miles.
The only movie he was really good in for me was Fear. I like Fear, and that's it.
I don't like.
I like Max Payne. I like Max Payne.
I didn't like it.
like it.
I liked Mark Wahlberg.
Max Payne, the movie, hurt my feelings more than JR putting in the cheat codes so that I couldn't just play the game straight up. That hurt more.
I had some movies I liked to.
I like Four Brothers.
Four Brothers,
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Brothers.
it wasn't just him, though, huh?
Shooter.
Shooter,
That one with Joaquin Phoenix, he did. I like. We
Own the Night.
We on the night.
the boxing one wasn't bad.
The Fighter.
Fighter.
The fighter wasn't bad.
I know his movies, but I just don't dig them like that.
Okay. Departed.
I like his movie. Yeah, that was good.
That was a good ass movie.
that
I watched
it wasn't
that.
about him, thank the Lord.
Yeah, but
Wasn't about
never mind. I
him.
was about to say the wrong movie.
What?
That's the other Boston boy.
Matt Damon?
The other one.
There's another one?
Ben Affleck. I was
Oh,
about
oh.
to say The Town.
Oh, Town is official.
He probably mad he got cut out of that.
Yeah.
He probably like, I could have played Jeremy Renner's part.
You ain't like Ted?
But I'm like, nope.
Oh,
What?
with the
the
bear.
other guys. The other guys was a funny ass movie.
Oh yeah, I did like the other guy.
Well,
That was
him
him
and
and The Rock.
Will Ferrell.
Him
Yeah,
and
him
Will
and Will
Ferrell
Ferrell.
and Rock and Sam.
yeah.
That
Other
shit.
guys.
The other guy.
Other guys.
Tell me you ain't laughing at that movie.
I laughed, but
All right.
it's forgettable. Like he was like when you said what did you call it first? Did you say other guys first?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
other guys.
okay. I thought you said
Oh,
something else.
Pain and Gain. Pain and Gain.
I never saw it.
Oh, you gotta watch
I
it.
bypassed it.
I didn't see Pain and Gain.
That's
good
not
I
bad.
bypassed
I
it.
got it on Blu-ray if you want it.
Keep it. It's okay.
All right, let's
I
move
don't need
on.
to see it.
All right, next one.
Is that all we got for movies? It might be 30-year anniversary. Crow. Brandon Lee,
I went to go see the Fangoria showing this week.
which is a
It was basically a
showing in
yeah,
the theaters of the original movie, not the new one.
All right. And this is like my first time really, really watching it, probably about good maybe 10 years. And I wish we could really have seen like the actual cut of the movie. Because when you watch it now, you can see it was stuff clearly cut from that movie. That would have made a lot more sense.
I wasn't aware that they were
Oh, yeah.
director's cut.
Yeah.
Okay.
They said about a good
I'm
hour
assuming
got
because he
more.
couldn't finish it.
No, they just cut it out. The director didn't think it was going right because he said he felt like him having the bird and then him having the skull cowboy was too much of a conflict for him to understand. So he had my man that played
Michael Berryman.
What
it
was
was Michael
he in?
Berryman. He was
The
playing-
Hills Have Eyes or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was Michael Berryman.
Yeah.
It's
The real
footage
tall,
of it.
real
online.
tall dude that looked weird.
Okay.
But they had him playing the skull cowboy, but they cut his character out. They got the footage on YouTube.
Oh,
It's up
okay.
there.
It's grainy footage, but you can clearly tell when you watch it now. It holds. It's still a good movie. It holds weight, but you can watch it and you just like, yo, it's like a lot of stuff that was cut out. It was like scenes where he had the duct tape on his hands. When they never explained that.
Yeah,
they
just
took-
shows up because he was doing it because the skull cowboy was telling him that was happening to you because you're helping people you're not supposed to, and he's like, that's why you're not healing in those parts. And he just, I'm going to go do what I got to do. So
Yeah, it was a lot. I mean, it's still a good movie to see in it, and it actually had me thinking when I was watching, like, where would Brandon Lee be now if he would have lived? Because I think he would have probably been one of the biggest action guys
See,
out there.
he to me was in I don't want to say a great area, but let's think about 90s and where they are now, right? So 90s action stars, we had really two camps: big muscular or
that's 80s.
You had one camp,
one camp
one person
in the 90s.
in the 90s that was holding it down. One person.
Yeah.
It was Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yes, sir.
So he was in my second camp, but
Nah, that whole 90s was all him.
so give me. Actually, I'm gonna give you three.
I'm
I'm gonna give you three because what do we put Bruce Willis in?
Please don't do that.
That's that tier you talking about. With I wouldn't call him muscular guy.
I wouldn't put him muscular either, but I wouldn't also
One
I
man-
wouldn't call him John Claude Van Damme.
They call those movies one man army movies. He's considered the one man army movie.
Okay.
That was like his shtick.
I think he
And
was,
so okay, I'll give you guys 80s for the big muscular ones, but so 90s, right? We're now transitioning to we had Batman movie, we had
That came out 89. The first
90,
Batman.
and then the second one 93,
92,
92, 93,
Mhm.
right? We had Demolition Man. What else we had in the 90s? John Claude Van Damme movies came out in the 90s. Wesley
Steven
Snipes.
Seagal.
Seagal. You still had Harrison Ford still doing his thing. No, I'm just saying this. I'm just saying this.
The Fugitive is one of my favorite
I'm
movies of all time.
I'm just saying in general.
Oh, you don't accuse. Oh,
That's
okay.
the name before.
Okay.
No, I'm
Dolph
just saying just
Lundgren.
in general.
Well, Dolph Lundgren would
See,
have
I
moved to the
feel-
Bees.
Yeah, he's already.
What?
And so Brandon Lee now is what? To me, he's the only. So I don't
I
want to say this right.
say he would have been like Keanu.
Is he a martial arts action guy with the Jet Lees, the Jackie Chans, the whoever else you want to put in that group, or do we put him in with the Bruce Willis, or do we put him in with John Claude? Do we put
Well,
like where do you?
See, that's the argument that I was having with myself.
You
'cause
gotta.
you could-
I'll wait till you finish your point. And I'll tell you.
And no,
briefly.
so I'm not
Go
really
ahead.
making a point, but
No,
I'm,
go ahead.
in him bringing it up and you know thinking about that question, I'm like, well, what can I put him in that?
Well,
I don't really know. Like I probably could have put him in a Mortal Kombat movie,
yeah.
right?
He was slated for Johnny Cage.
He agreed to it and
Yeah.
everything. So
He was.
See, I can see Johnny.
He was supposed to play Johnny Cage after he did some movie where all he was doing was just a guest appearance in some party. Like the footage is online. Like they just put it out now. The people whoever the people that shot it, they just put it out and showed his appearance in that movie because he had to rush and do that and then go back down to South Carolina to finish shooting those reshoots for The Crow. He thought he was wrapped because he was about to cut his hair and everything.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, because he was about to film Rapid Fire 2. And we got to thank Brandon Lee for the fighting style that they do now in the movies because he's the one that invented it. It was him and Jeff Amata. They used his fighting techniques for all the Bourne movies because Jeff Amata is the one that did the fighting choreography for them movies. And all the stuff you see in the first Bourne movie was supposed to be in Rapid Fire 2.
Okay,
they just recycled it. But
He just don't
and
go out there and say, "Hey, I invented that."
I
with Brandon
really
Lee.
think he was. I think he would have been something like an Arnold. Not necessarily saying that he's going to be big and brawly like Arnold. I think his projects would have been like more fantasy based.
I think he would have done it all, honestly,
I
because he was trying.
he was trying to be a real actor on top of not only doing action movies. I think he really, if you go watch about, so speaking about The Crow, he lost a lot of weight to play that role. Like, I didn't realize that at first, but he cut.
He really wasn't that big though.
But if you look at,
He was pencil thin.
Because
Yes.
he was thin. He was thin in Showdown. He was thin in Rapid Fire, and he was thinner in that. So he ain't never really been like a really muscular dude. He was ripped.
He was
but
ripped,
He
I
was
should
never
say, yeah.
like muscular.
I kind of thought
the
he
one
was,
with him and Lundgren,
yeah.
Showdown, Little Tokyo.
Showdown, Tokyo.
Showdown Little Tokyo, I thought he had a little size on him on that one. No,
He was
I gotta rewatch it again.
He
I
was
thought,
skinny.
maybe I'm thinking of Dolph Lundgren, but I thought he was in.
He was bigger in Rapid Fire.
And you know what? Back in the '90s, everybody had them big ass suits on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they did. Had the collar.
So I'm probably thinking he bigger than he was, but he wasn't.
But I really think he would have been like a Keanu Reeves type guy, though. I mean, with some of the stuff that he was picking.
It's possible. We probably could have saw him in the Matrix.
Because his movie, it was
That was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Damn.
'Cause he
think it was supposed
you
to
think
be
about
better.
like this. He did after he did The Crow. The one movie that they got the footage of him in is a comedy. He was about to do a comedy, and then Rapid Fire 2 was another action movie because he had to do the contract thing, and then he was going to do The Matrix, and he's going to do Mortal Kombat, and he was up for another movie too. I just can't remember what it is.
They
right
saying
now.
he was like shifting out of some.
Yeah.
He was trying to get out of the
the
action stuff. Like you said, he's trying to be a credible actor, but I really think a lot of his stuff would have been more fantasy based.
And he would still probably be answering questions about, what would your dad do? Like, he would be the Cody Rhodes of Hollywood. Real rap. Because he's somebody, he would be at the top of his game, but everyone would always remember his dad.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think that's where he would have been in all of the 2000s. But if he'd have made The Matrix, that probably would have shut all that down.
Yeah. Well, Will Smith also turned that down, right?
You know, it's a lot.
So
of
did
people
Christian Bale.
There's a lot of people that turned that movie down. They said Keanu Reeves like literally the last man on the totem pole. They went as far as ask David Duchovny to do it.
Yeah, it's a long list of people who said no to Neo.
It was.
There's probably like, man.
If I tell you the names,
Gotta have a vision.
If I tell you the names of the people who did it, I mean it's a mile long.
He get
it's incredible.
he gets somewhere around 2.5 to 3 million anytime they show it on TV. Keanu Reeves out of his pocket. That's what he get. Yeah,
Dang.
because he took a lesser deal to be
For
in the
the
movie.
percentage.
Yeah, I said, jeez. Sign me up.
The-
Oh, they showing the Matrix Reloaded? Oh, waiting for the check to come.
Oh, could you imagine if they was running that shit? Like
well,
they was
speaking
doing a
of
Christmas Story?
century movies, it's hard to talk about cinema and movies and film without mentioning the Matrix, and not only with the action but the cinematography, the CGI. Right around that time, that was like the turn.
Groundbreaking.
And I remember when they first showed,
The bullet time.
and then the second one where he was fighting all the
the
agent.
Smiths. Yeah.
That shit was.
I can remember.
Damn!
when-
Did you see that?
It wasn't before. We ain't seen it before.
Yeah.
I remember when the trailer came on during the Super Bowl, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Well, I mean,
For the first Matrix?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "All right,
Damn.
that's a whole other discussion."
Well-
though.
Speaking of ass whoopings, let's go to boxing real quick. We done with movies. We done with movies.
Big fella,
Let's go to some fights and some fight scenes.
big fella got.
I don't
caught.
want to say the guy's name. I'm gonna think he's Chinese.
Yeah,
I don't want to say his name wrong. So if y'all
we
know
just
it,
gonna say
it.
Bolo.
But Deontay Wilder had a fight over the weekend,
He picked the wrong.
and then
Could not-
they showed some footage of him training. You seen it with the stick? And the,
Yeah.
got caught.
Either way, man, he fights. I'm sure he's Chinese. I'm sure I saw the flag of the Chinese flag in there. Xiang, Zhang. And excuse me if I'm wrong, but he
He walked into that one.
and I feel bad.
I do too.
I
think
feel
it's-
bad.
Yeah, I think it's time to be done.
But yeah, I think it is that. And I think when y'all told me he got paid for this, he got a good paycheck.
He got
And-
close to 100 million for a YouTube
Oh yeah,
clip,
then
man.
and you know what? For 100 million, I'll do the same. I'll get knocked out.
That was the hardest fall for 100.
I do that. I get hit. He only took the real 2 hits.
Mm-hmm.
So for 2 hits, and for 100 million, I'll let him hit me twice.
When he gets his sense back, that's what time to check it.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the beginning of the fight?
No, it was like the fifth,
Third or fourth, fifth round, right?
fourth,
What was it?
It was like 6 rounds.
fifth. One of it was mid. It wasn't like the first 2 rounds. Yeah, I think it's time.
Yeah.
I think it's time. We don't want that CT. Like, it's going to get to it. And I have a theory about people who get knocked out. Their brain is conditioned on every big hit to just shut down.
I mean, he walked.
Well, it gets softer.
Not
That's
even
for
like
sure.
that's just the automatic response going for even if it might have not really knocked you out on the first, like if that hit him the first time he ever got knocked out, he probably could have recovered. But after the first 1 or 2, I feel like your brain just starts saying, "Oh shit, something's going on. Let me
It's
just shut
easier.
down."
It's definitely easier.
Right.
Yeah. Unless
And-
you train, for that.
I don't know how you
What's-
train.
You got to chew a lot of bubble gum. For real. Real rap. That's what you're supposed to do. They tell you to chew bubble gum and
Maybe
your
your
mouth.
jaw is
Well,
stronger.
that's what's
But
turning off the button.
he got like I don't even. It was just like a whole turn.
He was
into
out from
hit.
the first punch, and then he looking at the ref like, "Come on, man!" and the guy and everybody said it's a cheap shot. No, it's not.
How?
No. This some of the stuff I was reading. I didn't think it was a cheap shot.
He was trying to get bailed out off the first hit. The first hit rocked him.
He was turning around. He didn't see what happened, and dude just he threw the punch. I mean, it's a fight. The ref didn't get in the middle of it. He punched him in his shit, and
Yeah.
it is what it is.
So
He had his run though.
yeah.
He had his.
And for somebody who
He's not a boxer.
did not grow up in the box, and I'm pretty sure he didn't. He came from somewhat humble beginnings. To make the money here that he made, I say I had a successful life,
He
regardless
generated-
of how my last fights turned out. I got main event fights,
He beat
sold stadiums,
Tyson Fury once.
beat Tyson Fury,
Yep. They just.
have highlights,
He didn't give him the win, but he beat
and
him
I got
after.
and I got millions. I got millions. What
So
else?
he's a winner
I'm not-
out of all of it. But
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's nothing that I'm saying that he should be ashamed
I
of.
just hate-
It's just at some point you do have to make a decision of you know what you might be a little borderline like having some real problems now.
I don't even want to see him fight Anthony Joshua at this point.
Didn't that just happen?
No,
Ooh,
they were
never
supposed
did.
to, but I don't.
Who
even
did
wanna see-
Joshua just beat?
Ngannou.
Sorry,
To be
Ngannou.
frank,
Nagano, he just fought.
That's right. That's right.
But I don't even want to see that fight now, man. I think
It was Ngannou.
I
Yeah, you're
think
right. Sorry, it was supposed to be Ngannou and
Yeah,
Wilder. I
Wilder.
thought we was floating an idea about. That's right. Yeah.
that may be the only thing that he may get a good win off of.
And that's just really just two dudes swinging and whoever hit first.
Whoever hit.
But hasn't he only lost 4 fights?
Who?
So
Wilder.
Wilder has,
Tyson Fury and this guy.
Yeah,
Almost-
he's 43-4-1. You know, that ain't a bad record.
it's not a bad record.
No, it ain't.
Right off
not.
into the sunset.
It's
before
not.
it was
It's
time.
not. It's not 50 fights like how everybody tries to get to. But
Yeah, but he made his money.
yeah,
He made his money.
He made a name for himself.
47.
I mean, my only knock with Wilder was he was never a boxer. He was just the guy just going in there. Just,
swung for the fences.
He
He
just
started
swinging
at
on.
20. So he's
Exactly.
not gonna have no boxing skill.
So he got. No, that's not true. That's
He
not
started at 20.
true. That's not true.
I mean,
That don't mean nothing.
Why don't it basically
No,
all he did was fighting to put money on the table for his kid.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But that ain't saying just because he turned 20, he couldn't be no
And he
pro
just knew he
boxer.
had power. So that's all he was used to. Was using that.
He probably was trained well, but went out there and executed it the way how he wanted to.
But I can see where his point is coming in is that people who start young have a
It's gonna be better.
second memory, like a muscle memory, right? That
That
they
don't
were
ma-
developed.
So
and-
you can't do nothing new now.
no, you can,
Okay.
but tendencies are hard to break
he was stuck in his own way.
at older ages.
Well, that's what I said.
mean-
He probably was trained well, but just went out there and did what he wanted to do.
I mean,
And
even if
he relies a lot on his physical ability, him being tall, strong, power punching.
And thinking that he had scared someone by the time he hit their gloves.
Right.
but look at his record.
He's a good fighter.
He just started
with
losing.
that.
so
that,
if it ain't broke, don't
he was
fix it.
able
If
to
he
get
was
those
winning,
wins.
you know,
Right.
fighting. Hey, this
Correct.
is my fight.
but
he
you got to
started
see,
fighting
but you
winning.
got to see the difference between somebody who was
Fighter and a boxer.
weighted in I won't even say height wise because
see,
no,
even-
you know,
he was
everybody-
first
he lost to-
undersized.
But even that
everybody-
first fight with Fury, he won that fight.
Yeah.
So even fighting the way he fights, he beat Tyson Fury that first fight.
correct. And Tyson Fury also to me
mean,
lost again Ngannou.
They called it a draw.
and so people can get
Well,
beat.
we don't need to have this talk anymore anyway. He got his ass whooped.
He got who?
And I've been saying it for a whole year he was going to
and,
get
and
whooped.
that boy is looking good to me because to me when it's a smaller dude beating up on bigger dude, this reminds me of Tyson a little bit.
Yeah.
Shows like
Yeah, he beat the oranges.
I'm not a fan of tall. Like I know the heavyweights because it's everybody's once you're above that weight, right? Whatever. But Tyson used to have to like leap at some of these dudes to hit him. Like he would have to go.
Yeah.
And that made Mike even more dangerous because of the power he was generating from his punches coming down, man.
And for that boy to beat Fury like that,
I mean, you knew he was gonna whip. I mean, me and Corey was on the side saying, "Yo, he gonna beat
I
the shit
didn't-
out of him."
I didn't
Real
think so. 'Cause I didn't never seen the dude fight.
Man,
I never seen him fight
I'm
either.
going off
I'm
the
not big
reference.
into
Me either.
Oh, yeah, I watched.
like I watch
So that's-
a lot
we
of
was both
American.
saying he was gonna beat the living hell out of
Right. And where's he from?
He's from Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Okay.
The same place as Lomachenko.
Okay.
I gave up on combat sports.
No, I see. I'm a little bit biased. I watch a lot of the blacks. I'm not gonna lie. I watch the blacks,
Out of all things you could have said.
and I watch. I ain't even gonna try to sugarcoat
The
it.
views and beliefs
And
of individuals.
I watch
and
boxing.
and my boy
podcast
from Mexico because I want
do
to
not
see
reflect.
who he keeps fighting, but it keep being some no name people.
Canelo.
Canelo.
Canelo looking more and more like an asshole each and every day now, man. He need to be fighting David Benavidez, man. But that's just another.
Yeah, I don't follow nothing. No.
I'll put it like this: if you seen what Usyk did, the Fury, Benavidez will do something worse to that boy. Canelo is
I watched the
deliberately
highlights.
ducking him. Man.
I watched all the highlights.
That will be one
Wow.
I will want to see. I want to see Canelo get his ass kicked by Benavidez, man. He been ducking that man.
Yeah, he got kicked by Bevo. Though.
I know, but I want to see Benavidez beat his ass just for the mere fact that he's had this poor guy waiting and waiting and waiting.
He waiting for him to get some damage. So
He's
then he can
clearly
fight
the
him.
contender that he should be fighting. And what he's going to do now, he's going to try and fight Bud Crawford. And they're basically saying, well, it's a mega fight. No, you are ducking the man that's going to
That's what Mayweather did. That he waited for Pacquiao to get all that damage, and then he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna fight him," but he still couldn't knock him out. So
Floyd had brittle hands, and he wasn't knocking anybody out at that point.
he assumed,
Yeah.
oh, Pacquiao got put in the in the body bag in that last fight, so I can probably do it too, and it didn't happen like that. But
Two of
I
my
don't
favorite
know.
fighters.
That's why I just stopped giving. I gave up on that stuff.
Well, Undisputed video games coming out soon, ladies and gentlemen.
And
And we going to be online.
they play games.
So
Y'all,
We going to be online with it.
y'all
Put
got,
your money up.
y'all got that. Y'all got that. Folks, if you listening, he said put the money up.
Side note, Tyson and what's the name?
Jake Paul.
Paul
I knew that
is
was
postponed.
yeah.
Some sort of medical situation.
Mike had a
for Tyson.
stomach ulcer.
Hopefully he's doing okay.
Word.
So,
Get a
well,
date on Friday. They gonna announce a new date on Friday.
Oh, for real?
Okay.
7th.
yeah, so,
So that whole thing is done. That whole
No,
card.
they just postponing it.
I'm talking about the whole card though. There's
No, the card's going on. It's still
Everything's still going to happen. They just have to postpone the
Mike
date
had
that they
us.
playing.
no. What I'm saying is, are they still going to have an event July 21st?
No.
No.
Oh, so-
Everything's going to get
So
postponed.
everybody that's supposed to be on that card ain't going to get paid.
Ooh.
They're going to fight the new date, too. It's all right. They be all right. They be all
They
right.
getting
Now that somebody was saying, "I'll have your money for you on the
This going to be the
22nd.
biggest, whoever else on that card, this going to be their biggest
payday.
views and whatever
That is true.
of their career.
That is true. That's why I just hope they didn't make promises that they can't.
I hear you. I
Forward,
hear you. I hear you. Yeah.
Got my car payment due.
The boy who got caught with PED said he'll step in for Tyson if he can't make it.
Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia. I want to see it.
His
I
situation.
wanna see
They
it.
don't like each other like that. That he
Nah, he don't like his brother.
Okay.
Him and his brother got some real beef.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, they trying to sue him or some shit.
The Logan Paul, he got to wrestle because he can't box with the thing in his hand, right?
Yeah, he can box. With it.
He can.
Retired. You can't.
Yeah, he-
box.
But I'm saying, but I know he retired, but he can't box no more, right? Because he got the plate in his hand.
Oh, he got a play. Okay.
They end up
I thought you were saying he was cheating. Or some shit.
No. That's what I'm saying. He would be cheating.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like, okay, well, he ruined his boxing career. So he didn't retire because he wanted to be a pro wrestler.
Gotcha,
he retired
gotcha.
because he
No,
couldn't box
but
anymore.
he didn't. Before that, he stopped boxing. Then he started wrestling. Then he did that one more match, and then that's when he got that thing put.
the plate in his hand
Because he was really. That's why his hand was always so heavily taped.
because he couldn't hit.
Nope.
That makes it even worse then.
Nah, they was bitching over it. They basically saying he was coming in there with
Imagine getting hit. Like if
With
you
a
already got a
center
steel
ball.
plate and then they're triple wrapping it, and then you're gonna put 9-ounce gloves on him.
so he's basically walking around with a center block
14-ounce
on.
gloves. What? This one's gonna be with the tape and all that about 16 ounces, and this one's about 20. He hits you with that right hand, you definitely going to the floor.
He can swing too.
Jeez. Ain't no stopping that.
There was a UFC card this past weekend as well. What was the headline?
Poirier.
Poirier.
We're in Islam.
Poirier Islam.
The first time I see Islam get beat up a lot
Word.
too. Poirier's first man to like put hands on.
He said
Yeah,
that too.
yeah.
Like,
I heard it was
like
a good
Islam
fight.
was running through.
I heard it was a
everybody.
good fight.
Yeah, they said
Poirier got put to sleep though, right?
Yeah.
At the end? Yeah. But
Poor-
yeah, I heard it was a
poor
good fight. There was another fight on that card.
Strickland and Costa.
Yeah, I heard that was good. And then somebody got their arm popped.
Kevin
Kevin Holland.
Holland.
Kevin
snapped.
Holland.
He
Yeah.
double broke the man arm.
And the boy didn't tap, and he over here complaining, saying, "I didn't tap, But
And his arm, his whole arm is literally
He
hanging.
did, he did like Misha
he
Tate.
got up. He was like,
No, Misha Tate tapped out.
No, his arm looked like a spaghetti noodle. It was a nasty break though.
When your elbow is back here and it come through the front, that's not.
He
a
said the
good
guy didn't tap. And he said he heard a crunch, but he didn't tap. So he said he went back harder. Well,
yeah, you could definitely see, it's not worth it,
yeah.
man. The rehab and
Well,
whatever that's
for them
gonna
it
take.
is though. Them lower card guys, you think about it by
yes,
the
you're
time.
gonna pay more in medical fees than
Yeah, but exactly. Just think about how much they, especially say if his arm don't get broke, but he still gets some kind of injury, you gotta go to the hospital. And them guys don't have insurance. They not like
and
Jake
them
Paul's
fees from that
doing.
hospital bill gonna be
The fees from the hospital. Then he gotta pay his camp. Like it's a lot to go into that. That's why
still.
them dudes don't be tapping. They don't want to go to sleep neither. They like, yo, if I only get 5,000 for this fight, man, they ain't gonna set me up right. Because by the time he get 5,000, he got to pay at least 2,500.
Paying more than that. Way how that arm looking.
He got to pay his camp. And that means his nutritionists, his trainers, all them people got to get paid off.
Well, a lot of them don't do camps anymore.
No,
Dana White and them built that big old
the Apex.
whatever that little science place now. So they got on site trainers, nutritionists, and all that in there now.
So they don't have to pay those guys
No,
anymore?
Dana White's paying. That's something he built for them to.
That's nice.
Well, they've been.
He got
needing
to.
it.
He got to.
Yeah, because those cats wasn't making no bread.
He got to.
Well,
You
a
got
lot
to at
of
least
that.
give them a
Well, they lost a lot of their bread because he took their sponsorships from them. So
They got them back.
you got
now,
to do
too,
something.
right? Don't they got them
Too.
back now? Can they wear different things in there?
Some.
Because Reebok is gone, right? They don't have Reebok no more.
They fight for. They got to wear Venom gear now, but they're getting.
Better than Reebok.
Yeah, Reebok was fucking them over.
And then they got to wear the Project Rock like shoes,
Oh, okay.
slides, Under Armour shit.
Well,
So
that's
they getting
money.
2 checks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Money.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Anything on UFC before we get off of that?
I guess McGregor fights the end of the month.
He's trying to fight
No,
again.
low key, I'm gonna watch it.
I just,
Is he?
I do.
Are they testing him?
Probably.
I
not.
guess.
Not now. Well, they had to because he's fighting this month, right?
Yeah.
He fighting this
End of
month?
the month.
Yeah, June 20th.
He's
29th.
Matter of fact, McGregor.
They announced who he fighting?
Michael Chandler.
Good job.
Matter of
Chandler?
fact, yeah. So I mean, it's a better fight for him because it's gonna be a guy that's gonna stand with him. You put him in there with another grappler, man.
But he's not. He can't stand with people. Though. I done seen him get knocked out.
No.
So
Well,
Again,
it's a fan friendly fight. It's a win-win for him, really. You got a guy who
he got a lifetime difference.
I just don't want McGregor.
How many fights he got? He
or
got
not
like
McGregor,
he did 3 of the 8 that he's supposed to do, some shit like that.
I don't want Chandler to come in there and get cowboy.
McGregor, ain't McGregor sound like a dude? He had to do like 8 fights or some shit.
He probably said it. He probably said that, but he probably didn't do it.
And is this gonna be the third one? Because the first 2 he lost. Yeah, so this got to be the third. Or
When
fourth.
he
he
sold
on a
his
losing
whiskey.
streak. I hope you know.
Yeah.
Like, it's like 4.
this is like his 3rd or 4th then. Whatever it is, whatever his losing streak is, -1 is the new contract.
oh shit.
That last one,
He got beat up by Khabib. He got his ass whooped twice by Poirier.
Yep. Who else?
so yeah, after
Okay.
everything after Khabib
I
was
think he beat
new
Cowboy
fight.
in the mix of that too.
Yeah, that was
That was the comeback.
That was
because
comeback
remember
fight.
after Khabib basically sent him, humbled him.
Oh, so he probably like on a 4 or 5 fight losing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Google knows. Or his Wikipedia does anyway.
well,
he just needs to go ahead and transition to being Expendables. Or something.
No, he don't. That was the horriblest acting I ever seen.
I didn't watch it, but
When he was in Roadhouse,
Yeah.
horrible,
bad.
horrible.
It was bad.
Yeah, Patrick Swayze was rolled in his grave,
Oh, jeez. They got a part 2 coming.
making clay. Like he thought he was in Ghost. That movie
That
was
made me
horrible.
forget what I was looking for.
That movie didn't look
No.
Oh, he on a 2 fight losing streak. Doubles the
Said he was
Poirier.
making clay.
There we go. We get up off of that,
Though.
huh?
3-year absence.
Yeah, he's gonna get trashed.
So who did he beat?
He gonna
What's the
lose.
name after Khabib?
He lost to Khabib. He beat Cowboy. Lost to Poirier twice.
Everybody beats Cowboy.
Yeah. All the big fights he loses.
Yeah.
Speaking of another ass,
He was killing them though. Dang. Max
Yeah, man,
Holloway.
to me, they was all fit him perfectly. Then when they put him in there with real people,
He KO'd Poirier before.
that was old. Like when he, but then when you put him in there with people who was on his level above him, he got his ass whooped.
Yeah.
Diaz tapped him out, basically exposed him.
They came in like 2 weeks and like slapped the hell out of him.
I'm saying.
Yeah, well, good luck to him. 3-year layoff. It's gonna be kind of hard to get back into, but we'll see. Anything else UFC?
No.
We can go ahead and transition to basketball. Let's start with ladies first. NCAA. I said NCAA. Sorry,
WNBA. brother.
WNBA.
I
I'm
was
thinking
just- what
about
happened with
the tournament. WNBA. Caitlin Clark getting the Draymond getting the Draymond fouls. What's going on? Do we care about that for one? Is it a thing, or is it a thing,
I'll say this. I think it's partial.
or is she just
I think it's more the media hyping this girl up, and these young girls, some of the established girls in there don't like that. And
Because I saw Angel Reese got basically rock bottom like a week ago, and she got up and she was like, "It's cool, you know, we rookies, we coming in, I get it," but
Can touch the
get-
money though. You
Huh?
got like I tell everybody, you going through this. Them old people hating for what?
they are.
Like
that's clearly hating.
before they came, before Reese and all these new girls, because they're more popular than them.
They are.
And I feel like they don't like that.
But they also put in seats. They
That's
also
what
put in
I'm saying.
tickets.
They are, them girls is responsible for them girls getting charter flights. You have not seen a lot of these WNBA games on TV since these new girls came in. A lot of these girls is getting sneaker deals.
The next few years is going to be.
It's gonna be
amazing.
good.
So they're
gonna be good.
So where's the hate at? I mean,
So
I get it. I see why the older folks is like.
I can see why there's hate too. Right?
I clearly see on that.
But you have to also think it's really jealousy.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
you
they got
also
more
have to
hype
think
than
out. But they probably getting better endorsement deals, all this, right?
They're
So-
more marketable.
Yes, they're more marketable, but their style of play is also more attractive. What we remember from the last, 2 decades of WNBA, we have not really, outside of some of the taller players like
Cheryl Swoops.
Lisa Leslie.
Shamika
Oh, not,
Homeschool?
yeah, Lisa
You
Leslie.
always say Cheryl.
Not Cheryl Swoops. I meant to say Lisa Leslie.
The young girl who sometimes going inside the NBA.
Candace Parker.
Candace Parker, right? We have not really got to see spectacular guard play, but even with the taller ones, with the Angel Reeses and like you said, in a couple of years, that girl from
USC.
Juju, for her height and the way she can dribble with the ball and move, it's gonna be some game. Paige Bucher.
Yeah, that's if she stays
you got
healthy
the
with her
white-
knees. though.
These
Yeah.
girls, Cameron Brink, she
Yeah, I
tall,
was about to say that about her.
but they're fashionable. They're
They can sell.
and I don't want to sound.
They're more. They're more
They're
marketable.
they're marketable.
Literally
Yes,
marketable.
they're more marketable
Them little kids can
in
look at
every
them.
sense of the word,
Mm-hmm.
from athletics, looks, personalities. Everything is marketable for these new young
Yeah,
girls.
compare
And,
back to that.
that's why. And that's I think that's the disconnect with some of the older
'Cause-
players.
They look like Joanna, man. Shit.
I was
Trying to be.
I'm just being honest.
So part of it is, but because they did have again. I keep forgetting her name. Candace Parker is an attractive woman.
So let me ask you this.
Skylar Diggins, attractive, but they do
So
not
let me ask
have
you
the
this,
personality.
No.
And-
That's what's been missing.
And if
the
you're not
personality.
tall, you can't really relate with Candace
Because
Parker.
they was really on Deanna Taurasi when she come in the league because she had an attitude. You know, she ain't have a problem being the villain. She was around there slapping around the vets like how these folks is doing Clark and Reese.
But
She was doing that.
Well, she about
she
to
was
get
a
let the
bully.
greater pressure keep playing.
Yeah. How old is she?
She almost 40.
Yeah, she
Well, I
Yeah,
guess
she
that might be
out
all
here.
she do is hoop. So
Like I said, the game, even Candace Parker, nobody was talking about the WNBA. They right now they hitting their stride.
They are.
They
they in
about
bigger
to
arenas.
triple their worth.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
You have to let this happen. You can't. You should not fight it. You're going to kill yourself in the process.
You know, it reminds me of they compared it to Bird and Magic coming saving the league. You got Reese, Clark, all these people coming up.
And they balling.
And
They real hoopers.
You know it's gonna be crazy. At some point, they're all gonna be on the same team.
Nah.
Yeah,
They,
Watch.
in order for good television, you got to keep them
they
separate.
gonna.
Well,
watch.
Philadelphia
They gonna-
They're going to extend basically.
They're supposed to be announced.
They're going
later
to
on
basically
this
say they're going to say we had all the excitement in the tournaments in NCAA. We're going to try to
When
mimic that here
When homegirl come out,
They gonna keep 'em separate.
When Juju come out,
to sell tickets.
they gonna put them girls. Watch,
We'll
I
see.
guarantee it. It's either gonna be Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark gonna be on the same team, or Caitlin Clark gonna be on the same team with the homegirl that just tried to take her out the other night. Watch,
No, that
What?
girl is
watch. If they don't kick homegirl out the league,
Draymond
first.
Green.
Yeah, they don't kick her out the league because anybody's be in trouble. They're gonna be like, this might not be for you. We on the come up right now. We don't need nothing like this going down.
I think the WNBA is starting to get bigger than what they're even realizing because they only had like subpar success right now.
20
Up until
28
these
years.
girls start coming in. I mean, nobody. Like you said, I mean,
They've
I
been-
like
the last 5
watching them,
years.
but nobody's really start paying this attention until them girls start coming in. The league.
They needed it though.
They-
They needed it.
We have to transition from that old basketball style that they've been playing to something fun and exciting to watch. And that's what these younger kids, and if you can see it this last year in NCAA, them girls was hooping.
They was playing better than I watched that
It
more
was
than
more exciting to watch the girls play. And Brian, I'm telling you, I don't know who wouldn't watch it. Jason, they was hooping. The NCAA tournament this year was good as hell.
Why does it point me out?
Because I don't think you was watching it. When we had this conversation, I don't think you said you was watching it.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I watched the WNBA finals though. I was
The
locked into
NCAA women's
that.
finals? Okay.
No, not that. The WNBA.
Finals?
Yeah, the one from last summer. I
Oh,
did
okay.
watch that.
Okay.
That was I didn't watch
Gotcha.
any of
gotcha.
the other stuff.
But yeah, them girls was good in college this year, man.
It was some real good games.
All right. NBA. Jason, you're not allowed to. I took you off mute.
Nah, you should let that man express his opinion.
like the mean Brian says.
Nah, go ahead and do your thing.
I'm cool.
Oh, now he's
Nah,
gonna have
nah,
more
I'm
people
playing,
want to
I'm
know what he wants to say.
NBA. You had something for the women's stuff? For real?
They doing their thing.
Okay. They are.
Perfect.
Yeah,
He can't look at the camera and say it either
they're doing their thing.
with a straight face.
He good. NBA. We're down now to 2 teams. Mavericks ousted Timberwolves. We already knew that the Celtics was.
Wait a minute, nah, I'm cutting y'all. The fact y'all thought the Timberwolves was going to go to the final.
Yeah.
I mean, who
With two
didn't? though?
soft ass niggas. Man.
And so he did not give.
I
He
said
did not.
Mavs.
He did not.
Oh, you said
No, no.
okay.
I don't
I
think
said
you-
it.
You
I
put your
fucked
faith
them.
in-
You was with the.
I know
Timbers.
we
I was
said
with the Mavs.
Sims. I don't know if
put your
you
faith
said
in Cat.
anyone.
I was with the Mavs.
I thought you chose not to.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah,
I did because they beat the defending champions.
yeah,
Me too.
I was rocking the
The
Mavs.
beat
defending-
the defending
if you watch that last game, they beat themselves.
Yeah.
It was up 21 points.
But then they
They-
lose 4-1 though.
No, it was 4-3.
They won 7.
Yeah, they won 7.
I know they won 7 games.
Yeah, it went 7 games for
Okay,
that.
I didn't
for
pay
that
much
game.
of that in mind.
Yeah,
Y'all had that much faith in Cat.
So
Not in him.
with that
baby.
being said, with,
AE.
with that being said, I do think that the Timberwolves could have won the series. However,
Well,
The-
they
the
damn
fir-
near got a gentleman's sweep. You thought they was going to win?
no. Listen. Those first 2 games were down to
competitive.
the wire.
They were competitive.
The series was separated by like 8 points until the last game.
It was. We say it was a competitive sweep.
It was a
They
competitive.
know they
It
lost
was
one game.
4-1.
They won
It was 4-1.
competitive.
Yeah.
But it all came down to the last 5 minutes of each game. And actually,
Minus
in each
the
of the
last game.
first,
Championship minutes, right?
correct.
I don't.
Correct.
So why are you
This is
building
a
this
young team.
climax excuse for the
No,
Timberwolves?
I'm not. What I'm saying is, Karl Anthony Towns did not
Garbage.
show up
He
those
looked-
first 3 games.
He showed up the one game where it mattered, and then
The first 3 games, if he would have gave the effort that he gave in the last 2,
we'd have a different series.
we would have a different series right now.
If you can't finish, you can't finish.
But he didn't even start in the first 3.
They champions.
He might have been done because of playing Denver. That might have took.
This was his series to play.
And I feel like
There was
Denver should-
nobody
He ain't do
on.
nothing to Denver.
He didn't do nothing different,
Nah.
but he had a harder matchup in Denver.
Yeah.
There was nobody. PJ Washington should not have kept him to 10 points or 12 points a
He
game.
was on that ass.
PJ Washington is here. Karl Anthony Towns is this tall. This is PJ Washington.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to just post him up and
He
put the ball
saw
in the
it.
rim.
And
I mean,
PJ
yes, he
made
showed you
him
this.
look bad.
And that's
That's why I'm mad at y'all. Really, I forget.
I thought this was different.
I thought it was
I thought it
AE.
was a different year.
My faith was in
I
AE. It wasn't in the
I-
Karl
I
Anthony
will
Towns.
admit that's what I thought too.
That's another thing I want to get on. Yeah, people went and started hyping him up. What did he do after that?
He
Turning the
lost.
ball. He was turning the ball off like crazy. I feel like people
Hey,
hyped him up.
he still had
Well,
25.
it's-
games.
It looked
Nah,
good.
He was the only guy
wait a
still
minute.
playing.
Look
I
good.
went, you sat here, opened your mouth. When I heard what he said game 1, I said they're done. because you woke Kyrie up. You said, "Oh, I
For
got
sure.
Kyrie."
Yeah.
And they only
that
won
to
by
him.
a couple points with Kyrie going off the way he did. Listen,
And said that the last game was the only
they
blowout.
only lost by a couple of points.
Tavon, so what?
last game was-
What was the series? I don't want to hear this. What was the series?
It was a
I'll give you
competitive
that.
sweep.
It was 4-0. I don't give a fuck what anybody
They won
said.
one game.
They got one.
They won one
One.
game,
It
and
was
they
a
only got blew out in
They,
one.
they won one game, right? Where they at now?
They won by 5.
Where they at?
They go fishing.
They home, right?
They in
So
Texas.
look,
1, 2,
I'll
3
give you that.
Cancun.
Okay, thank you.
Look. I'll give you that.
That's always the
But
punchline.
even though Kyrie went off in that first game, all I'm saying is they only lost by like 4 points. And what I'm saying is that Karl Anthony Towns would have just gave you what he gives you in the regular season, which is 25. They would have won the first 2 games, and this was a totally different series.
and winning the 3-point contest.
I did not
this year.
expect Karl Anthony Towns
To play.
to be afraid of PJ Washington.
Dog, what did he do last year? The same thing.
I mean,
It
this
was
was
against a
He
bad.
different
does it
team,
every
though. This
year.
is PJ Washington. It's not Ant Davis. It's not Jokic. It's PJ Washington. So I can see it against them, but I ain't expected against PJ Washington. That was my concern.
He
I'm
looked
like, all right,
bad.
Karl
He
Anthony
looked
Trash.
bad.
I don't understand what you think he a top 10 player?
I don't know.
He's garbage.
he's soft.
Super soft. He's Jaleel Okafor. I just don't know how he's still in the league.
So he's better than Jalil Okafor.
That nigga's garbage. I wouldn't build a team around him for shit.
That's why they not.
Like the fuck him and then you got crybaby Rudy Gobert. And then you just proved to me that y'all saw, we're not doing a post game interview because Draymond.
I didn't
up
like that
there.
either.
That
I
was
didn't
that
like
was corny.
either.
Who said that?
Nah,
Well, they stood in solidarity with each other because Draymond kept shitting on Rudy.
he was poking the bear at him at the thing, but he was telling the truth.
Now-
though.
I didn't know that this happened.
With
That's-
this being
that is soft.
so
Even though they got beef, I mean, he was
now that we're at this point though, I am okay with getting rid of Karl Anthony Towns and keeping Rudy Gobert.
I think that's what's going to happen.
You got to get rid of one of them. Both. Yeah, I don't think you. Get
Nas
rid of
Reed Nas Reed should be starting over both of them, regardless.
Nas Reed can replace Cat to me.
he was the guy that had. He was the one.
He basically
doing what
carried
Cat-
him,
He
yeah.
was basically
They need
doing
a
what
point
Cat should've
guard.
been doing.
I'm not mad with Conley. I'm not mad with Conley.
How
It's just
much
his
longer is
age.
he gonna
He's his
play?
age, right?
It's 17.
Right.
You're 17 for him.
Right. And in the end of the games, they're not going to have Conley in the game anyway. They're going to have
They had that poor man trying to get or Kyrie after game.
they're going to
one.
have Nikhil Alexander-Walker in.
But still,
And-
they need a
I don't think you get
an
rid of
established one.
so unless you can somehow finagle a point guard for Karl Anthony Towns.
That's what you
But
need.
who do you get? Who's giving
I
up a
don't
point
know.
guard right
I
now?
don't know. You might have to find him in the draft.
Who's trading for Kyrie? I wouldn't.
Nobody.
His
Would
contract
you-
is massive.
Somebody. get
Would
him.
you, if you're the Suns,
They don't have a point guard.
would you take Karl Anthony Towns in a first round draft pick for one of their stars? Particularly,
And they going to be soft.
Who, the Suns?
particularly, I'm looking at
Kevin
KD.
Durant.
A 7-year-old Kevin Durant for a younger Karl Anthony Towns with a bigger body,
He's the point guard.
but they got 2 guards that they can't get rid of. Bradley Beal has a no trade clause,
Garbage.
and
Yeah,
they're not going
never-
to trade Booker.
Both of them need
Well,
guards.
Durant is the most tradable asset right now.
Durant is the one you can probably trade because he has no trade clause.
Okay, you trade Durant. Would they finish 6th?
Yeah.
They'll be in 10th.
But you get a
Who,
first round
Phoenix?
draft pick out of it.
They'll be in 10th.
But you get your first round.
I'm not. What?
You talking about Phoenix would be in 10th place?
Yeah, they'll be sorry.
Because it would just Devin
But they
Booker by
need-
himself. Yeah, they definitely fall off.
but Booker, another one. People hyped him up, and he ain't done nothing. He plateaued. This was his chance. You can tell when you watch the games. I would watch Kevin Durant sometime. Go do your thing.
He don't want to be the guy.
You know what?
KD had it so lovely
Like,
in
all right,
Golden
this-
State. I don't know why he gave that
Nah,
up.
but this is what I've been telling people. I said Booker ain't been the same since Luka.
That Lucas series.
When Luka looked him down and went like this
And laughed.
stared at him,
Yeah.
and then laughed at him. Because remember, he ran his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Lucas said, all right,
Yeah.
bet, I got you.
Yeah.
And then
And
after when they looked
Yeah.
down at him, he ain't been the same since.
Yeah.
He great.
Luka like that. That lights him up when you,
He
when you
did
get
it
him
to,
like that.
He did it to
Hey,
everybody.
hey,
He did it to everybody.
He did it to somebody on the Clippers. They was running their mouth. And there was Paul George. He went
He did-
right up to
he-
him and just looked at
He
him.
did it to everybody. He did it to
And he
everybody.
did it to Anthony Edwards. numbers this year. He looked at him.
He did it. He did it.
I said,
Gobert really.
Yeah.
Like, my name was cussing out him so bad.
Yeah.
He did it. Gobert bad.
Well, when Gobert was when they were switching off and coming off the pick, Gobert was supposed to stay on him. You can't have him out there at the perimeter trying to guard Luka. That's that one game when he hit the three. I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, because when they switched,
I said that's the exact matchup they wanted.
You see McDaniel's face like.
he ain't got no room to talk. Luka was torching his ass.
Killing him.
And you could tell he was getting frustrated after a while.
Luka is like, I don't want to
Motivated.
take away from him, but he is frustrating to guard because he's going to get to the calls.
And he also playing like this because he trying to get paid too.
But no.
Oh, he getting
the
his money.
size that he is, you have to play a little bit more physical
On him.
in general. He's not a small dude.
no,
If you go look at him standing next to other superstars, he's about almost everybody else's height.
He's a big boy.
He's a big dude, and he has weight on him.
I think he's showing up because he's finna get paid.
So, but the thing is, he knows how to use somebody's aggressiveness, and then he'll hook. If they gonna call a foul, they're gonna shoot about 25 to 30 free throws.
I think I think he was playing like this beforehand. Still had that same kind of intensity.
His max contract just kicked in this year.
But he finna get. about
But
to
he's
get the
supposed to be the
biggest
first
paycheck.
player to make $90 million.
Yeah, about 89.
So that he trying to show them, I'm worth every penny.
All right, well we here now. Celtics, Mavs. All right, and I don't want to hear no.
I want the Mavs to win.
You got Mavs?
This is the only time I'll ever root for anything involved with Dallas.
Who you got, sir?
Yes, ask them. Don't ask me.
Julian, who you got, sir?
You want to go last?
Because Negro Doms is always race. I just want y'all to give me my props. For 3 years, I've been doing Celtics. The man ain't going to do nothing.
I tell you,
telling you.
I'll never root for the Celtics.
hold on. If the Celtics lose, though,
Right.
is this the time to break it up?
No. It's a cakewalk through the East. They literally is a lock for the finals every year.
Unless something
who on the
changes.
East?
Should break it up.
Who on the East?
You know what?
If you say Sixers,
Sixers.
I'm
I'm gonna say Sixers.
No, I ain't
I'm
gonna say-
biased.
Brian,
I'm gonna say Sixers because I'm
Brian.
biased.
Let me tell you this conversation about it.
I am biased.
I
to the
understand
Sixers.
that. No,
I gotta wait.
if you look at the squad
listen.
field,
I gotta wait and see what happens in the off season.
Because we got bread.
But what happens is
what, Paul George?
We got money. I don't
I'm
want Paul
scared of
George.
that.
I definitely don't want
whatever
that.
happens.
that's what's gonna
Come,
happen.
I
we're
don't
gonna talk
want it.
again after the off season before I can say my answer.
You mark my words. There's nobody beating
You
Boston.
guys said you mark my
I'm
words.
gonna throw out two. I'm gonna throw out two maybes. I'm gonna throw out two maybes that I think are gonna change a little bit next year. Knicks and Heat.
The Heat now. They're too old.
Knicks and Heat are gonna be
What,
possible.
Donovan Mitchell?
We'll see what happens. I can't say right now until. But my two speculations is either going to be Knicks or Heat next year.
I can see the Knicks. Heat.
The Knicks I see. The Heat I don't have.
Listen, y'all heard this.
Every time y'all say the Heat not going to do it, they go back to every other year. The Knicks.
But how did
the
they
Heat,
lose
the
Jimmy
Heat-
Butler?
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're going to see what happens.
Okay.
All right.
And I hope it ain't to us. I'm gonna be sad every time I come here.
I may have to change based off of whatever happens. But the other definite I feel like is going to be in the runner is the Knicks.
Tavon.
I'm sorry.
You can timestamp this like a Drake song,
All
okay?
right.
The
in
fucking
here.
Celtics for the next 3 to 4 years.
If they don't win it,
they're going to the final.
they don't win it this year. Somebody getting
The
fired.
East is weak. This reminds me
The
of
East
when
is weak.
LeBron, when
The
LeBron
East-
was on the Cavs and he just easily cakewalked every year.
He certainly did.
To the
I agree. I agree. I agree.
West and
I don't think
found
I don't think the landscape is going to be the same next season.
Yo, can you now since you just brought that up, can you think of any other superstars that was in the East when LeBron was having that run over there? I can't.
It was
think of-
Paul George. It was really he's beating up stick. He kept beating up Paul George into Toronto every year.
Yeah, that's what came down to.
What,
I
the
really-
8 years straight he went?
I'm trying to
from
think.
over there?
Yeah, I'm.
He
trying
was
to think.
beating up Paul
Who else
George.
was
He was
there?
beating Toronto.
Yeah, who? The old ass Boston team. He ran through them.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
Yeah.
Garnett and all them.
And that was there early in the year.
Okay, so there's nobody that was like his age that was on the East that was.
No, he kept knocking them off. It was Paul George.
It was Paul George.
Damn, that's crazy. I can't. I'm sitting there thinking like I don't remember anyone.
Yeah.
Not even for us, because that one year we won
And that's when we found out.
10-72 or 10-72.
Those are trusted process years.
That was a hard year. That one hurt, man.
All right. All right. So sorry. What'd you say? What
All
was your
right.
pick?
I got Dallas.
All right. So
No, I feel like Dallas. Who
I think it's going to be a close series. Though.
just because who they've played to get here.
I just think
Versus
Kyrie
who
is
Celtics-
coming.
I
in
will
with
agree.
the-
I will agree. The West has
Versus-
been the harder.
Versus who the Celtics
West harder.
played
Yes.
to get there.
Um.
No, I mean
Damn. All right.
that's just the way I'm looking.
I think Kyrie going to go off though.
And
Going back to Boston. Yeah.
I don't want to say Boston in my heart, but I think I'm gonna say Boston.
And if Luka keep playing the way he playing, and
I hear you.
and Kyrie keep
I hear
playing
you.
the way he playing,
I don't want to say Boston, but I'm gonna say Boston.
I wanna,
My heart, like, I don't want Boston to win,
Me either.
but I
So
think I'm gonna pick
KP
him.
playing first game though.
All right.
Huh? He is
Yeah, they
because he was supposed to come back. This, yeah.
I think Boston got the better bench though, but
I'm gonna say Boston. All right, sir.
If
What was your name? Igor Damas?
Capadonna.
Capadamas. Capadamas. We need you to pick, sir.
What? Who gonna win?
Who gonna win?
No, because we need to bet on this when we go to the damn racetrack.
Who gonna win? So I like both of them. So
Nah, come on, Delaware Park money waiting on me, man.
she's all about KP. The X factor is KP. There's yeah,
We need a winner. No.
KP the X factor.
Cousin Jay need a pick.
All right,
The odds coming out tomorrow. It's gonna change off of his vote right now.
I got Dallas in 6.
Woo!
That's why I had Dallas in
in
6.
6, ladies and
Dallas in
gentlemen.
6.
Put your bets in now.
We gonna timestamp this.
they
one.
might
your bets in there.
they might sweep if Kyrie come out there and dust his feet off on the center logo again.
Or if he come out,
That
burn
was
his-
hard.
No,
Come
didn't
out
he, when he
burning
did
stage.
that, they went on Kyrie went on a losing streak to Boston. After
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he don't want to do that then.
He went on a losing streak after he did that.
Don't do it.
But all right. I think is that all we got for today? Where we at? We're at
Yep.
an hour 26. Let's save wrestling for next week because that's going to be a whole conversation in its own.
what wrestling?
Yeah, particularly AEW.
Yeah, let's table it.
Yeah,
let's
we're
table
gonna-
it.
we'll
Table
table that
this
for
one.
next week.
Yeah, table it.
So, yeah, we'll call it an episode. Episode 68, ladies and gentlemen. The Watchers Podcast. I didn't do the mic. I didn't do the clap today. Hold on. Episode 68, The Watchers Podcast. WATCHERZ. I'm Tavon. Tri-State _tip on Instagram. To my left.
Tiger Helly 19, Snapchat IGZ, Facebook by way of the government, Jason Williams. Follow the stripes.
To his left.
Smitty Green Giant on the Instagram.
What am I on there? Smitty with 365 on Instagram.
And to his left.
And Corey J on Instagram.
Until next week, ladies and gentlemen, peace.